It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The kick is good.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Score, Ravens 7, Colts nothing. Justin Tucker.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Hurts. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Throwing is Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
The tackle
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield, be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Trenton Cannon, his first carry of the ball game. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Down, Ravens.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Colts nothing.
working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Colts nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
By the Ravens.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On first down, Dobbins. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
On the carry.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 44, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
5-yard line.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Dobbins. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 17. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. Well, the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
17.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hurts. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Here's Hurts to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's got his tight end, Burton. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended
clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the field goal.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
White on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Open man is Duvernay. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The ball carrier.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Dobbins. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, throw left side complete. That's Cannon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. On third down, they're going to go with the option. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run with Taylor. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 52 yards.
At the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The give to Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On second down now. It's Taylor. He's to the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A gain of 16 yards.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cannon. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
1 yard. First down, Ravens.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Ravens 27, Colts 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Flush to his right. Hurts fumbles it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right. And as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
One more time, it's Cannon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
Today's final score.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Ravens, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this